Ladies and gentlemen, it's Endless Space. I'm going to do a review of this 4X strategy game, much the same as Civilization. I've only ever played Civ 5. A lot of people say that's a stupid idea because apparently Civ 4 is considerably better. I've only ever played Civ 5 and I absolutely loved it, so I thought it was fantastic. I love that type of game now. I never actually played 4X before Civ 5. I have got Sins of a Solar Empire, didn't really get into it, don't know what it was, it sort of bored me a bit. This game, however, much better. So yes, it's basically Civ 5 in space. The actual interface and the way it works all feels very similar to that, so let's create a game. I think I'll make a tiny map, we'll make it a spiral, we'll make it 2 empires, normal age, difficulty, normal, why not, game speed, normal. It's pretty simple. I don't want to play as a Soas, so let's choose. So you got all these different empires. There's a grand total of 8. United Empire, which is pretty much, I think, 40k sort of we love the Emperor sort of people. Their alignment is evil, so they're the bad humans. Got the good humans, which are the pilgrims, bottom right. And we've got the Sophons, they're also good. They're sort of ET kind of alien people. They're very nice looking ships as well. The Hisso, something like that. They're evil, sort of bug race that will pretty much kill anything they see. It's all about murder and death for them and expansion. Same with the Cravers, bottom left. They're also evil. They're not even able to go to peace with anyone. They're permanently in a state of war. So yeah, they're the most evil race out of all of them, I'd probably say. And they've got quite an interesting sort of backstory as well. They were created by the Endless being this race that was around a long time ago, and they've sort of disappeared. And these are the races that are currently around. The Amoeba, also is it Amoeba? No, it's a Soas. Sorry, the Soas are a race, but also built by the Endless. They're sort of designed to terraform planets and make everywhere hospitable for the Endless, and they're convinced that the Endless are going to come back one day. So their idea is to go around and expand everywhere, not let anything get in their way, and they'll make everything a perfect paradise. So they're sort of neutral, but they will kill anything that gets in their way if it does interfere with them. Harathu, I don't actually know much about these guys. I haven't seen them before, so I haven't played with these ones. Apparently they're neutral. So yeah, the Cravers is also another race built by the Endless as basically a military. And you got the Amoeba, which are good apparently. I've never played with the Amoeba, so I couldn't really tell you too much. I mean, if you want to read everything that's going along the screen there, feel free to pause the video. It gives you all the general statistics for each of the races. So, you know, pluses for what's good, minuses for what's bad. So yeah, you look at these guys, they're dust impaired, so I think on their starting planet they actually get a negative effect on their starting planet, and also dust impaired, so plus 25% abilities dust cost on hero. So if I use an ability on a hero, it will cost me more than another hero. Well, another race's hero. So anyway, I'm going to play as... I'll play as the Cravers, I think. So they're in eternal war, so I can't go to peace with anyone. If I play as Cravers, then I'm only playing against one of the guys, so I'll be permanently in a state of war with them. I'm going to play as Pink, because that's what I'm all about. And let's start the game. So yeah, I've seen a few people. Did not realise that I had this game requires multiple CD keys. I'll edit that out in a second. So welcome to Endless Space. I think it's got a tutorial on. The tutorial I found to be pretty awful. It's not actually a tutorial, it's more of a instruction manual, which is rubbish, to be honest. So you're okay through it. Basically it tells you how everything works in the game, so what each of these things works, which is all very good, But the best way I find to learn things is by doing it as you go along. So yes, it does pop up with these menus as soon as you open up something new. It floods you with information. Half of it you probably forget. Yes, you can reactivate it whenever you want, but it doesn't actually tell you how to play the game. It just tells you what each of the buttons do. So when I first started playing this, I didn't have a clue what to do. I've ended up crashing my economy and all sorts. It was a real mess. So anyway, we're on a tiny map. So this map's only got 16 planets I can possibly go to. My starting planet is Zinnius. This is sort of the overview map. Each of these lines here are for transporting to different planets. So you sort of click on it or highlight over it and it will give you this red supergiant. This is a protostar, and up here we've got a binary star. So yeah, go into I'm going to disable the tutorials. Go into the planet view or system view. So yep, Zinnius, this is my system. Click on that, opens up the system view. I'm currently on my starting planet is Zinnius 1, which has no exploitation at the moment. That's the first thing I need to get sorted. But you can see I've got 3 civilians here so far. That's the blue little civilian things. I could get potential of another 3 civilians there. Actually quite a nice system actually, because this huge tundra, I can have lots more people on there, lots more people on the large arid planet there. Large tundra, and then a lava. So each one of these has different sort of stats attached to them, I suppose. So medium arid gives me -5 happiness on the planet. It's actually approval, but I call it happiness because, again, I'm relating to Civ 5 here. But on the plus side, you do get +2 food, +2 production, +2 dust. Dust is basically gold, and +1 science. So yeah, the way it works is FIDS. They call it FIDS in the game. So food, industry, so it's basically your building stuff. Science, dust, and then science, so it goes around in a square. So yeah, what are we looking at? So you can have a hero, you can assign that to the system. You know, population, let's say it says 3 out of 6 at the moment for the current system. As soon as I colonise this planet, it'll obviously go up. I'll probably transfer a civilian from here over to there, so it'll probably still be on 3 for a little bit, but it will slowly build up as they get more food and start to grow. Out of all these planets, I'm only able to colonise 1 extra planet, and that's this large arid planet here, which again has got a load of different stats attached to it. That was medium arid. This large arid, yeah, they're pretty much just the same, to be honest. Except slightly bigger, so I can have more people on it. So I can colonise that within the system. That'll help me build ships and the rest of it. We've got huge tundras. I'm not able to colonise that. You get the technology out of the research tree, which I'll show you in a minute. It's huge. It's a really not a small, sort of web of upgrades you can get. There's so many. There's 4 separate trees. I'll show you in a minute. It's great. Anyway. Huge tundra, I can't colonise that. Large tundra and large lava planet. Lava planet's pretty hostile, so I really won't get that for a while. Anyway, I need to set these guys here so you can go into have a look at the system, or the actual, not the system view, the planet view. Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but it looks really pretty. This game is really good looking. Everything about it, love it. It's brilliant. Anyway, so right, okay, on planet view now. Food 7, industry 7, science 3, dust 18. So obviously getting more money from where I'm at the moment than anything else. I need to set an exploitation. I could set it for more money. So you can see all the statistics. Basically, anything you highlight over in this game tells you what it, sort of tells you what it is and how it works, which is good. It's really good for you. So you want to know what something does. That's fantastic. As I say, though, the tutorial isn't so much a tutorial as a user manual. It just tells you exactly what things do, but not how to go about using all of these things you've learned. Anywho, so it's lovely. What we're actually on at the moment is a arid planet. So is there anything that gives me plus science or no? So, here we go. Plus dust on arid. So if I get that as a exploitation, that's going to take 5 turns to build. What I'll now do as well, if I exit that view, I can then set it immediately afterwards to create more dust. So it'll do infinite dust production forever. As you can see, it's got the infinity symbol next to it. So after 5 turns, it'll go straight over to building dust. You've got a hangar. I haven't got anything in my hangar at the moment because I haven't built any ships. Ships, I can currently build 3 different types of ships. So what have we got? That's speed 7, speed 5, speed 4. So speed 7, that'll be the Forager. Will be basically a scout ship. It can go around and sort of scout out the galaxy. I'll show you how that works in a minute. The Patroller, and that's got speed 5. That's actually more of a it's got 40 military strength on its kinetics. So that is a basic starting ship for fighting. And then you've got a hive ship, which will be a ship that'll go out and colonise things, so basically a colony ship. And then go back to the system view. So, okay, so that's the overview of the system view. Ships. So, okay, that shows that I've got a ship in this system. Pink. I've got Beta in the bottom left. That shows I've got my hive ship, so that's my colony ship. Alpha, which is the Forager, which is my scout. So I want to send Alpha to go and scout out. I'm going to send it to this planet first, I think. And I think I'll leave the high ship where it is for now because I don't actually know any other planets to colonise. So yeah, as I said, these straight lines going out of my planet go straight to other systems. You can only go along them for now. Later in the game, you can actually warp drive technology where you can move around without having to follow the lanes. The lanes are slightly faster though, so if it finds that getting from one place to another is faster going down lanes, it will do that. This is a wormhole, this sort of fluffy one, leading to this planet here. Wormhole, and again another technology you have to unlock, so I won't be able to go there for now. So as I say, setting out Alpha Forager, over there, and he's going to move down that line there. No information. Hero updates. So basically, at the start of the game, you'll always get 3 hero updates. You can create, you can buy heroes and use them to help your either your economy or your fleets. So you can assign them to systems or fleets. That cost 20 to start with, and they'll level up and then slowly cost more over time. But it's sort of a drop in the ocean compared to what you'd be getting in. And they can improve things like how good they are at labour or fleet commanding and sort of things like that. So anyway, this is my first one. I'll just skip all these because I can't afford one at the moment. Look in the top left, I've only got 10 dust at the moment. So I've got that ship going towards this planet down here. Leave my hive ship there. So next up, system view. This will give you a list of all the planets that we acquire throughout the game. So yep, that's good for very quick quickly getting in between all of the systems and seeing exactly how they're doing and what their population is, what their approval level is. Approval currently is 45%, so they're content, they're happy, but they're not really happy. Well, I think when you get to 50%, it actually says happy. Tax rate 40%. You can move that down. Again, obviously that's going to improve your approval rating. Depending on how much you expand as well. The more you expand, I tend to find that it goes down. Same sort of thing in Civ 5. So you have to sort of manage your expansions and get the right technologies to make people less pissed off about it. So you can set it to go to AI. As I say, for now I'm just setting it mostly for dust. So if I set that for dust, I've already got the first couple of things sorted anyway. So I'll leave it on an AI thing just so I don't have to worry about everything. So that's your empire management. As I say, only one system at the moment, which is the Zinnius system, and then all the others will be listed down this page. Tech tree. Look at this. It's massive. Right. Okay. So galactic warfare. This is the exciting one. The top one is galactic warfare. So that's all your ship weapons and armor and missiles, explosives, all things that help you with war. On the right side, you've got science. That's things like discovering technologies like Titanium-70, I think is one of the technologies that you get early game, which will be the second one in here. Then you've also got exploration and expansion tree. So that's for things like learning how to colonize different planet types. So we've already got one already. That's for unlocks arid, because we started on an arid planet. And yeah, you'll unlock all the different. So it also unlocks all the different hulls you can get for your ships, so you can upgrade, make them more powerful, more warlike. And then the left-hand side is diplomacy, which for some reason it also includes how big you can have your fleets on this side. From what I've heard, anyway. I haven't actually found it because there's so many options. I mean, there's a lot of things here, and some of the names are fantastic. There's the most stupid science fiction names in the world, and that's what I love about it. So anyway, let's go in closer. So I've started off with advanced machining, which gives me the ability to create iron torpedoes. Unfortunately, I haven't got any titanium 70 at the moment because I haven't researched that, so I couldn't build torpedoes just yet. And also I've got deflector defense modules, which is basically a defense thing for your ships. You've got high isotope slugs, that's more improved at kinetics. Kinetics basically just being machine guns or massive rail guns coming out the side of your ship. Usually better for close range, long range obviously missile, and then medium range I believe is lasers, which are these ones here. They require Hyperion to use. So yes, I think we're going to start off by working out where the titanium 70 is, because that's always a good thing to start on. Also, if you hold down shift, I think you can queue up what you want to research. So I'm going to find out where the titanium 70 is. I'm going to immediately go to Xenobotany, and then efficient shielding. Efficient shielding will give me a Marauder class ship, which is basically just an upgrade for warships, because it gives you a 20% bonus for the amount of the weight that weapons take up on the ship. So that's the tech tree. It's huge. It's got some of the most fantastic names you've ever seen in a game. Quantum devices, black hole mining, quantum substrates, infinite variable infinite variable computing, advanced simulation, high albedo alloys. Yeah, they've got some brilliant sci-fi guff to go with all this. You can they've got some brilliant sort of explanations for all of them as well. They really have spent some time, and even though it's a French game, it is actually they obviously got someone that speaks English to do all the translations, because it all makes a lot of sense. Anyway, so that's the tech tree. So I'm going to go immediately for titanium 70, which is strategic resource, and then straight over to the Marauder class ship. Okay, what else we got? Fleet window, so it will show me all my fleets. So currently I've got 2. Alpha, which is my scout ship, and then Beta, which is my hive ship, mothership, colony ship. And you can also create different military units over here. So we've currently got 3 different classes. Patrollers, which are the warships, I haven't got any of them yet. Foragers, which are the scout ships, and then hive ships. So these are the 3 that you start off with. You can create your own. So I'll go to add. Here we go. So you can customize your ship in multiple different ways. So we'll start off with this hull, raider hull. Name it. It's called Dave. It's raider. Blah 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 blah. What do we want it to do? Well, I would love to give it missiles, but again, need titanium 70. So I can add it to there. It'll be a design, but I won't be able to build the ship until I get titanium 70. You can add hard kinetics. As you can see, for every one of these that I add on here, there's like an individual gun. Same way that if I add multiple missiles, I mean, for example, up there I've got 5, it will shoot five missiles at the same time from one ship. At least that's the way I see it works. So yeah, times 6. Tonnage goes on the right hand side. I've got 42 out of 100. Potentially I can go up to 100 in weight. You can add support modules, which tend to be quite a lot heavier, but do help with things like defense. So what's that? Predictive plating. That gives you an extra 25 health on your ship. You got engineering, which will heal you, I suppose. Plus 5 fleet HP per battle phase on ship, and plus 20 fleet HP per turn in friendly sectors. So sort of faster repairs and stuff. And yeah, you can add all these to the ship. You don't actually see much of a difference on the ship. You basically just see the hull. But when the actual fighting starts, you see all the missiles and kinetics and lasers and everything all firing out of the ships. So anyway, I'm not going to save this design just because I I don't have any new technology. So basically, the basic raider or patroller is actually better. So that's your military view. So all your different units, all your different fleets will be listed down here. What else do we have? So yeah, this is your diplomatic view. There's me in the middle there, and then the other person will go on this one here. The other computer opponent, or any of the others. So you can go against 8 opponents. So it'll be 7 other opponents in you. So it'll have you in the middle, and it will show your relation to all of them. I haven't met the other guy yet, so it's just an empty pad at the moment. And what else are we looking at? No active heroes. So here's your heroes section. They've all got different statistics. For example, if I wanted to do a system administrator, so to improve my productivity and the rest of it, well, you can see this guy's corporate, so he's great for science, dust and luxury items. Accidentally right click, that's really good. So yeah, luxury and strategic resource production, useful mostly as a governor in star systems. And the other skill he's got is a commander, so he's good at commanding fleets as well. So you could use him either or. You've got pilot and adventurer for this guy. And this one's pretty good, administrator and pilot. So the administrator is really good for increasing production or dust production. So it's great for faster construction and food production, useful mostly as a governor of a star system. So faster construction, pretty much you want to use them for building ships. So wherever you're going to have all your ships mostly being built, or you want the fastest construction of ships, then you'd put the guy in that system. So you can hire them whenever you want. They all cost 20 just to start with. I'm on 10, but I haven't finished my first turn yet. And then that's all of it. That's all of the different views. So back out to the front end. I'm going to end my first turn. End of turn, please wait. Right, so this little button that's popped up here is to send your ship further out. So it's going to follow the line. You can't actually turn them around when they're on these sort of warp ways. They can only go one way. It's a one-way trip. So if you wanted to go back, you'd have to go to the ship, the planet, and then straight back again. Or go to the system, and then back again. I'm 24 now, so I can now employ someone. So I'm going to get this guy to improve my production. Hire. Close that, go to my system view, hero, assign to system. We've got more on systems, Ineos. Now that's got the hero attached to it, so that character will level up and you can assign more skills to him. And again, next turn. Got a bigger population, I suspect. Right, let's have a look at this system. Can't colonize any of these. What's that? So you get better. What's that? Psychoactive air. With an atmosphere saturated by complex chemical compounds, life on this planet becomes interesting indeed. If one does not breathe through a filter. I tell you what, I can't talk today or read. Anyway, yeah. So you get different effects on the planets as well. So again, psychoactive air, that's obviously gives you better approval, because I guess they're just drugged up on whatever's in the atmosphere. You get slightly less science, that's probably because they're dawdling about high. Comment. I tell you what, half these things I can't actually even say. What is the description for this? Dude, where's my silica? These volcanoes of ultramafic rock from deep within the planet's mantle are sources of useful metal alloys and can be cheaply exploited for geothermal energy. So that essentially means that I'll get +2 production per person on that planet. I can only have 3 people on that planet, so potentially extra 6 production when I colonise that planet. It's a gas giant, which means I'm probably not going to be able to colonise that for a while. I always wondered how you're going to colonise a gas giant when it hasn't even got land I guess you just create sort of space stations and stuff around it, or in the atmosphere of it. But gas giants tend to be quite heavy, so yeah, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how that works. That's Tiny Desert. Nothing exciting there, so that was pretty useless. Let's send him straight off to go to this protostar. Let's have a look at this one. Large jungle. Oh, and it's got a luxury resource as well. Hydromeal. I'll have to research that, and that will give me a boost to my food. And also, that's a bloody big planet. Oh, I like that. What's that? 6, 7, 8 slots. I like that. That's where my colony ship is going to go first. Can be a little bit fiddly right-clicking on some of the systems, as it only lets you have to actually be directly highlighted over the area, and when you get zoomed out sort of to that distance, it can be a little bit fiddly sometimes when you want to send units moving around. So we've got another wormhole going across that way, wormhole going across that way. And basically, at the moment, I can't get to either of these two planets, so I guess I'm not going to be able to see the enemy for a while. So that can go across to this other protostar, and move on to the next turn. Let me catch up in movement. Vissel, huge larder. Huge lava, small Arctic. So you can sort of see what their FIDS production is at the top. Nothing there particular use. I can't colonise either of them at the moment, and they're also the Arctic's pretty bad for people liking me. You want to get actual proper human planets for people to like you, really. So I'm going to send the ship straight back. Then we'll go over to this binary star up here. It's such a good looking game, I love it. Okay, so end the turn again. I think moves along a bit. So yes, so he's completed building his exploitation, and now he's moving straight on to dust production. So more money for us. Again, let's quickly speed this up so we can get to colonise that planet. Next again. Go, go, go. Didn't mean to do that, never mind. Sent him over here to this planet. Go. Science research complete. So now I have the ability to find where I can get Titanium-70 has been identified in the galaxy. Apparently not in this system. There's no Titanium-70 here. I'm sure it just said it was. I should have read it longer. I'm a fool. I am a fool. I don't have any Titanium-70. That's rubbish. Absolutely enough. Anyway, let's colonise this planet. So, colonise the star system. I can only colonise this large jungle. Great things have small beginnings. Yep. And there we go. No exploitation at the moment. So good looking. Right, okay, so on Terran planets, this is a large jungle, so where can I get extra industry from? Lava? No. Arid? No. Barren? Well, industry is currently 5, so I may as well put that towards industry. And then straight afterwards, what's this? Oh yeah, I'll add that straight afterwards. Heavy isotope refineries. And then dust production, I suppose. So now I've got 2 ships. No, 2 ships, 2 systems. So that's my main system. That does actually count as my system. The second one is actually an outpost for now, which is why it hasn't got an influence area around it. You can increase your influence area by putting there's a certain technology that gives you satellites which increase your influence area, or area of influence. These will stay as outposts for a while. It says somewhere, not 100% sure where, how long it'll take to become a proper system. It'll let me know eventually, and as you can see it's been added to my system view as well. So there we go, and turn. We'll have a look and see what's up here, and then what I'm probably going to do is pause the video, and I'll bring it straight back to me further into this game, so you can see how the fighting mechanics work. It's a bit slow to start with, but that's the same with any 4X game. I'm not really going to do a full let's play of this because, again, these sort of games will mostly consist of me mumbling to myself. Right, that's it. It's the total known galaxy. I've got colonizable medium jungle here, and it's got ancient artifacts, which gives me extra dust and extra science per person on my planet. I see no downside to taking that planet. Seems like a good idea to me. So let's change production of... didn't realise I set that to there. Apparently I did. Anyway, ships. I want to create a hive ship. I'll move that to the top of the queue, and it can carry on with its heavy isotope refineries. It'll take me 12 turns to create the colony ship. And I'll take Lesath. Yeah, so what am I currently doing for my science? Still working on xenobiology, which will give me the ability to colonise tundra planets, which is always good. And then obviously the hulls. I don't think I'll get that next, actually, just because I haven't got any titanium 70 in my in the known galaxy at the moment, which is pretty useless to me. What I actually want, so that unlocks travel space travel through wormholes. So what I want is that, so I can get to see what the enemy is. So I'm going to let that carry on. Shift select, shift select. What does this do? +2 movement in Empire, and unlocks Arctic planets for me. Not going to do anything with military yet, just because I can't even get to the computer opponent, let alone fight him yet. So there we go. That's it. My total allowed set of expansions are these 5 planets, 5 systems. So 3 down here, my main one to start with, and then Lesath, which I'll get next. So onwards and upwards. Ladies and gents, I'm back. Although for you I'm sure it makes absolutely no difference. Anyway, so I've explored and I've expanded. Currently got my planet being built up there. It's still an outpost, but eventually it'll turn into a proper system. This guy's turned into a system. We found the enemy after going through the wormholes. He's currently got 3, 4, 5 different planets. He's expanding a lot more than I am. And he's attacking my ships. So now's a perfect opportunity for me to show the combat in the game. Just gonna have a look at this guy. It needs to be upgraded. Director. Defender. Plus production. Yes, please. Dismiss. I also want to hire a fleet commander. That guy's a pilot and an adventurer. Pilot's always good, I suppose. Great for heroic fighting in space or on the ground. Can make space maneuvers like no other. Useful mostly as an admiral in fleets. Sounds good. Hire. Close. Actually, I'll set him. Where is he? There he is. Assign to fleet. Assigns my Gamma fleet. What I was actually going to do is send back my units, because I've just got a source of Hyperion, which will give me access to lasers. It's only a weak source of it though, so I couldn't really have many lasers anyway, so it makes no real difference, I suppose. In fact, let's set this guy to come back to here. And that's just production finished. Okay, right, so fighting in the game. I'm going to get myself into a state of war. So diplomacy, here's the other guy. He's those pilgrim people? Pilgrims? I can't actually do very much with him. This is the trade window that you get. Same sort of thing as with Civ 5. So you can choose the commodities you want to trade over and trade. However, first of all, my I'm currently the Cravers, so I can't possibly do that. I'm currently in a Cold War. I can only basically be in war. Cold War is when they both just don't really care about each other. And if they get the opportunity to fight each other inside of a non-system space, then they'll happily do it. If I invade his system, he'll happily fight me. Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, if I go into his territory, then he will kill me. And it doesn't set you into a state of war. It's just, yeah. Anyway, I haven't actually got any diplomacy options open at the moment, so I couldn't do any trade with them, and I'm always in war anyway, so it makes no difference. The only thing I can do is declare war, so I'm going to declare war with him. Offer. It's not really much of an offer, I'm just telling him. And you can see the connection between the two of us. Currently Skull and Crossbones, and he's not happy with me. So there's that. So I'm in a state of war. I've got a fleet here of 6 patrollers. They're only the basic level 1 ones because I just don't have any titanium 70. Very frustrating. So what's he got? I will see in a second. So I'm going to select him. Attack enemy fleets in the star system. So okay, right. So here's my fleet on the left-hand side. You can see exactly what my strength and attack sort of skills are, and his are on the left, on the right-hand side. So he's got advanced kinetics, advanced defending, and defense. Oh, let's just change that to manual mode so I can actually show you how the fighting works. So mostly kinetics, so in other words, close range I need to go defensive. I'm pretty much only got kinetics as well. So how it works is, you have cards. There are 3 different stages: the long range, medium range, and short range. And you assign a card to the what you want to use for that turn. So I'll quickly set up. I'm going to set this for sabotage to start with, engineering for the second, and then offense as the third. So here are my ships. They're the ones with the weird sort of flies around it. I always call them flies. And yeah, so my card beats his, so that instantly gives me an advantage. So as you can see, they're shooting each other long range, and I'm already destroying his ships, which is a good thing. So he went for defense, and I went for sabotage, which sabotages his defense. So I'm causing more damage to him at the moment, which is good. In fact, you can see the fleet health in the top left and the top right. His is currently on half power. Engineering, also he's doing defense, so we both get a bonus out of that. I'm currently healing myself up and still shooting. He's defending himself more. This could be a draw, actually. Look how pretty it looks. You go to free camera mode to have a look around manually, but I quite like the cinematic. Sit back and watch sort of feel to it. So I'm shooting a lot of rounds at him. And we both go, I go offense, he goes sabotage, so we both get a bonus, but hopefully close range offensive should be able to do more damage to him, I hope. Don't want to lose any more ships. It's gonna work. Is it gonna work? See, I just can't destroy his ships. Blow up. They're so close to being dead. I think I lost a ship there, because I definitely had 5 earlier on. So it's a draw. But I pretty much won that. The amount of damage I did to him compared to what he did to me. So you can see it's a sort of draw cards against each other. See how the combat works. So you don't just sit there watching statistics, and if your fleet's stronger it will automatically win. You can set it to go to automatic mode where it will just work that sort of thing out for you. And later in the game you do have to do that all of the time, because it gets very... You couldn't fight every single fight, because obviously when you've got 30, 40... or 30 to 60 planets all over the place, and lots of empires, there's going to be a lot of fighting going on all over the shop. This is, as I say, a tiny map, so very small galaxy, and there's only one other opponent. But you can see how that would expand, and how there'd be a lot more people, well, a lot more things going on for your micromanaging. So anyway, yeah, it gives you an overview. Draw at Rassam. I lost 1 patroller, he lost 1 paladin. I've got military strength of 350, he's got military strength of 364. So I actually did very well to do that well in that particular engagement. It also gives you the statistics of how many ships were lost, damage done to enemy, damage taken, etc, etc. So that's how the fighting works. Very pretty, I do enjoy watching it, and yeah, obviously manual mode is much better for sort of micromanaging and giving yourself a bit of a bonus with the cards. Could also nerf you, so you have to sort of bit of luck there, I suppose, but it's all good. It's all good, much more fun. So, declaration of war has been declared. You are involved. What's my view on this game? To summarise it, I think it's really good fun. I do get a little bit burnt out on it though. With Civ 5, there's a bit more of a strategic element to it, with where you position all of your units. So obviously, if you've got range, you want to stay a couple of tiles away so you can shoot the enemy rather than taking it to the face when you're still right next to each other. There's a bit more of that sort of strategy to it. This one, I say, it's basically just cards. There is strategy involved. Obviously, there's a lot of strategy involved, and you want to take certain planets before the enemy do, and yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's really good fun. I haven't got really into it yet though, which is kind of frustrating. I do want to, because you can see how it would really get, you know, one more tourney later in the game. In fact, to be fair, it already is. I'm up to turn 50 at the moment. I just keep wanting to click the next turn button, and I could stay here all night. It's actually, I think, 1 o'clock in the morning here, so I'm gonna have to call it a night in a minute. But yeah, it is a lot of fun. Very pretty as well, and it's a nice variation on Civ. As I say, for 4X games, I've really played Civ and Sins of Solar Empire, but I don't talk about Sins of Solar Empire. That game bored me for some reason. I'm not sure quite what it was, but anyway, so that's my view. That's my overview. If I was to give it a number, I'd say it's 100 galaxies. I'll give it 100 galaxies. I'm not going to tell you out of how many galaxies. It's 100 galaxies. There's your arbitrary number. And there, yeah. So, Endless Space people, please subscribe. Please join the Scratchable Cadaver network. I'll put links to all the other channels within our network at the bottom, and yeah, please like and subscribe. That'd be fantastic. Thanks very much, guys. Cheers and bye.